we're raining hard. Hello, welcome to hopefully what's going to be the Hyper Japan vlog. So I'm going to include a bit of the prep week or 2 weeks before, and then hopefully the show as well. Mainly because I, honest to God, do not know how much I'm actually going to get to film, because I am in full blind panic mode because I have still got so much to do and only, well, less than 2 weeks to do it. I only had 2 months between MCM, which was my last convention, and this one, and if 50% of what you sell is handmade, that is not enough time. This is what I've been up to today, and this is what I'm probably going to be doing for like the next couple of days. Nothing motivates quite like a bit of a good old-fashioned panic, so I have a shit ton of resin earrings that need to be finished and assembled. I did experiment and I have done a couple of what I'm hoping will be necklace designs when I've got more time. Can we just for a frickin' second look at this one? Look at it. Just look at it. That one I may not be able to let go. That might have to be mine. To be perfectly frank, I could quite happily not go to Hyper Japan. A lot of factors have collided to make this, one of like the most stressful preps that I've ever had. Not just the fact that I've only had 2 months and I've had to remake a lot of handmade stuff, which is fantastic, do not get me wrong, but my god. And also, just to add to the mega stress, I'm somewhat of a fecking idiot, and I forgot to book off setup day. So I am doing a poxy 4-hour shift on a part-time retail job, 1 till 5. Which means that I have to hoof it up to London as soon as I finish work, and I'm gonna get maybe about an hour and a half to try and set up what I can on the Thursday and pick up badges and stuff, because I don't want to be doing that on Friday. I'm fine. Absolutely fine and dandy about the whole thing. I know I said earlier that I was stressed, that was a lie. I'm actually super duper chill. And the Oscar goes to me! Oh no, you can't see the pigeons. Pigeons. Yes, the pigeons are in love. So the funnest thing just happened. And I'm just sitting, just trying to arrange. Do you want to see what just happened? Mwap, 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 mwap. Yep. Like, right, that's my ass, right there. That's my stool. It's my sexy, sexy sock. And that's it. That's the devastation. I don't know why I'm like this. Oh no, I do know why I'm like this. So today is assembling of the earrings day. As you can see, I have a few. Please ignore this. This is my resin mat. And honestly, I could sit here for like hours and just peel all of the old resin off. But I'm not going to, again, because I need to do stuff. I mean, I've still got all of that over there. So, really, hello. I need to be in my workroom working on stuff probably all days. One of the days where it's going to be smeltingly, disgustingly, awfully hot. In case you think I'm being like a whiny little bitch baby about how hot it is in my workroom, let's see the temperature, shall we? According to my little doodad here. No, it's not 37 degrees. I mean, it's hot, but it's not 37 degrees. That's nuts. Or is it? Shit, it's 37 degrees. I've been sitting in here all frickin' day. It's literally a week until Hyper Japan. It is currently Thursday. Jesus. It is Thursday. Setup day is next week. And I have a table full of stuff that I still haven't finished. This has been a lesson for me in what I can and cannot achieve, whilst also trying to work a 16-hour-a-week part-time job. This is the last of it, I think. The last bulk bit of crafting. And then, fingers crossed, it's just bits and pieces. I've got 4 days left, including this one, to get everything finished. This is what panicking looks like when you're really trying hard to read it in.
Several hours later.
Okay, it's now 6:20 in the evening and I'm done. I'm still not quite finished. I still need to glaze some of these. These ones are still drying, and yeah, I've got all of these are just in a pile here. So once everything is actually done and it's all on the backing cards, then I'll give you guys a little sneaky peeky. But yeah, I am freaking hot, I am tired, and I am flipping done. Thought I would just quickly pop in to say that the display, at least for MCM, is kind of, I think, done. I suspect that the Hyper Japan table is going to be a bit smaller than this, so I am now going to have to pretty much rejig it so that I know ahead of time what I can do if it is a little narrower. So yeah, there's nothing worse than getting to a venue and your table display being too big or wrong and having to like try and fix it on the fly, especially considering I'm gonna have about an hour, maybe an hour and a half on Thursday to set up. I'm pretty happy with it. The prints are back, yay. Prints are making a comeback. I don't know if I'll have this many, so they're kind of an interim thing, but I quite like having the artwork on the table. I've missed not having that. Pretty simple enough if I need to make it slightly narrower for Hyper, because what I will do is I will just remove, my god, look at that, whoa, what is that? Hang on, let's sort that angle. There we go. My god. I'm considering this Konsky, that's a really horrible angle. A bit of like a tester to see how this works. As you can see though, I did get some big artwork blown up onto some, I guess they're the banners. Oh no, a stallion, you fell off, you silly bastard. Then I did draw some of the job stones, hopefully that people will see those and be like, oh, Final Fantasy XIV, oh my god, let's go here. And now they're going to be above where the job stones are going to be. But yeah, obviously I'm not going to bother putting the stickers out, but the stickers are going to go there. I feel like the stickers are kind of getting a bit lost though, so I don't know whether maybe to swap the stickers for the earrings. But I like the fact that earrings are going to be prominent because they did sell so well at MCM. So it's Sunday, so literally this time next week Hyper Japan will be over. And I'm not going to lie, I am very much looking forward to having a bit of a break, although I'm not going to take too much of a break because I've only got 3 months until MCM.
Many hours later.
Okay, I've been at this now for nearly 4 hours, I think, and I've just adjusted it just in case I don't have space for the 6 cubes. I've only got 5. What I would be tempted to do actually is to go bye-bye and then have the second tower of resin stuff. Excuse my freakishly long arm again. I can have the resin, more resin here. I can then move the job stones back over here. So then this is like the resin corner, and then we've got artwork kind of corner here. That I honestly think is probably what I'm gonna do. I feel like maybe if I'm gonna do resin well anywhere, I think it might be Hyper. So I think I would want to give a bit more space to the handmade stuff, but it's all trial and error. I swear, whenever I think, right, this is it, this is the setup, like I've got it done, the next year I'll have some new thing that I'm obsessed with, and I'll have made a load of stuff or designed a load of things, and then I'll have to rearrange the entire table to accommodate it. It is a never-ending cycle. So yeah, I've got some tweaking to do. I've got some little bits and pieces, something in my eye. While I have you here, I thought actually I could show you how these boys look now that they're finished. This is what they finally look like. I am so stinking happy with how these have turned out, and I think they're really pretty. That could just be me being biased, but I think they're pretty. I'm gonna hope, look how shiny they are. I hope other people are gonna think they're pretty. Like, I mean, I'm a bit of a sucker for blue, but look at those. And then I've got my little, these are cute as well. These ones are fiddly as feck to do, but I love my little woodland earring sets. So these are a pair of studs, and you get like the little mushroom danglies, because I'm kind of assuming that most people have 2 sets of ear piercings nowadays, but even if you don't, you've still got an option for those. And then these little cuties, these are studs, but they're quite big, as you can see, and they just look so nice on, like they're just so pretty. Look at them all though, they are just all over the frickin' shop. One that sits really nicely, and then one is just like, ugh. So yeah, pretty productive day, considering I had my niece and nephew staying over last night and this morning, so that was, you know, that's a lot. Yeah, hello feet. I'm just sat on the floor. Look at the trash behind me. Just bin bags. This is what the caging sits in the suitcase. I'm not just trash woman who just lives in filth. Yeah, you you wouldn't be far off. I do live in chaos. We all know this. I can't remember what I was saying. Sorry, I've got a bit of a filter going on the camera, but I've been using a new face stuff. Oh, sorry, my hair is just awful, and it's all right actually. Yeah, like even the I think I've only got like the filter on. I think it's up to like 8. I think I've got it on like 4 or 5, but it's not terrible. I could brave it and see what it looks like without the filter, but I don't think anybody wants that. Okay, shut the f*** up. Go do something else. I'm looking at you, you bellend. Go do something else. Stop sitting on the floor and waffling. I figured out what it was I was saying. Oh my god. Yeah. And I've just proved my point completely. I know why I'm waffling and going on. It's because I'm procrastinating, because I don't want to have to take all of this down. Boo-hoo. Okay, enough procrastination. I'm going to stick some music on, and we're going to do the thing. Like right now. Am I doing it? Has it been packed away? No? Oh. Hello. It is Monday of convention week. Hyper Japan is in a few days, and I am very much hoping to get the last few things done. So currently I am, as you can see, baggying up my earrings. I've already done these ones. This is just to protect them. They will be out of the bags when I display them, because I just feel like it looks nicer, and sometimes with the lighting you can get a bit of a glare, which makes it difficult to see. So yeah, they won't be in the baggies, but they will look a little something like this. And I'm also, if you can hear in the background that really freaking weird noise, 'tis my printer, because I have, as I mentioned earlier, I've decided to bring some prints back for this convention, because I haven't had prints for the last few that I've done, and even when I did, I had them in like a photo album that you could flip through, so there wasn't anything out that would draw people in. And I said in my previous video that I wanted to do that. I wanted to figure out a way to just hook people in, even if they don't buy the prints. If it leads them to buying something else, like one of these for example, that's great. So I'm currently in the process of doing that. I do want to show you. Oh my god, I think I've still got dinner on my glasses from yesterday. I am disgusting. I print my prints at home because I really am passionate about having things at my table for everyone, for like whatever your budget, especially considering how much things suck at the moment money-wise. So yeah, if I can keep costs down by printing them myself, and you can get some really good results depending on your paper and your printer, and you don't even have to spend like that much. And it means that rather than charging, I don't know, like I've seen people charge like £15 for like an A5 print, it means I can charge what I'm planning to charge for these, which is a flavour. We've got new prints. We've got my Danielle from oh my god, one of my absolute favourite movies ever. This is from Ever After, so this just says breathe, just breathe, because I think sometimes we all kind of need to just breathe. This is the one that I am low-key like the most excited about, because it's so freaking cute. And yes, apparently I am not immune to what is popular and trending. Doesn't it look adorable? But I'm pretty sure the type of old art this was based on, these characters, was a memoir, and the tiger and the magpie were used quite a lot to represent like a satirical messaging, where the tiger represented like the noble, the ruling classes, and looked derpy as crap, and the magpie represented the more common folk, the working classes, and they would generally, look down on, mock. You get the gist. They would mock the tiger and the ruling classes and all that stuff, and it was fascinating to learn all about that. So I adjusted my composition so that I put the little magpie guy higher up. He was originally down here, so I put him higher up, and originally he was also going to be drinking a soda, but then I was like, nah, he's just going to be looking like dead ass. Like, what is this idiot doing? Which, again, like I said, better represents where these came from and the history of them. And then I changed the background colour. This is quite a subtle one, but I changed the background colour to green because these guys were often depicted with pine trees in the background. So it's subtle, but for me, I think it's important, and I love it. I really do, and I love these guys. They were so cute. If we get a sequel to K-pop Demon Hunters, can we have more of these guys, please? And just more of the history. I want to know more about like Korean demon folklore and about Rumi's mum. Like, she diddled a demon, made a kid, and then we know all about why, and the how. Well, okay, we know the how, but you know what I mean? Anyway, moving on, and then of course I had to do some of my Baldur's Gate artworks, which kind of started this whole thing. So we've got a bit of Astarion with his quote, got Gale looking snazzy, and this one's come out really nice, and I've got Karlak as well. So new supernatural themed sticker. Trying not to burp. So we've got Baby, we've got the anti-possession tattoo, we've got the angel wings for lots of reasons, not just Castiel, and then we've got Carry On My Wayward Son, because I finally watched season 15. This is like my favourite TV show ever, by the way. If you don't know this about me, I freaking love Supernatural, like an unhealthy amount. I'm pretty happy with what they did. I feel like they could have no, we're not doing this. We're not going off on a tangent talking about season 15 of Supernatural, because I just went off on a tangent about K-pop Demon Hunters. We're not doing this again. Just move on. Also, I wouldn't be printing my own prints without doing dumb stuff, so I managed to print off a couple of like these because I've forgotten to adjust the size and stuff. So stuff. I'm gonna crack on. It's actually cloudy and not disgustingly hot, which is super nice. Like, I've got a breeze on me right now. It's delicious. Let's do the thing.
Days later.
Morning. It is Friday, and for me it is day one of Hyper Japan. And oh my god, I'm so tired. Yesterday didn't quite go as I expected. Originally I was going to be going up to Hyper after work at 5 to try and get badges, get set up. Decided that was a complete waste of time. I didn't think there was going to be any point doing that, but it turned out to be a good decision because then my cat was ill yesterday. Literally I was about a minute away from leaving for work. I had my shoes on, my bag, and he just started acting weirdly. Shut up, it's not about you. And I had like 10 minutes to decide what to do, and I was like, I'm not going to work and leaving him not knowing what I'm going to be coming back to. I just couldn't do it. Like, no job, I'm afraid, is that important. I mean, I felt really bad though, because this was originally the day that I was trying to get off. I forgot to do it originally, and then I tried to sort it out with the manager. She forgot. So I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna so think that I just did it. I was like pulling a sickie and for some reason using my cat as an excuse, but no, legitimately my cat was not great. Took him to the vet. Fortunately, it is good news, he is fine, but obviously that was a very anxiety-ridden afternoon spent waiting to hear like results. So I am now very tired because of that, and I woke up this morning at 5:45 to head down to Hyper early, and I've got to do my setup today. Excuse me, my bed is not made. Kitty! So, this is going to be an interesting day / weekend. I kind of just don't care now because of what happened yesterday. That was me dropping my phone. I don't care now. Like, perspective is a funny thing, so I'm like, I'll just take it as it comes, you know. I might not finish setting up before the show opens at 12. It might take me 12 million years to get my badge. I don't know. I just, at this point, whatever. Well, that's day one, but oof, Hyper Japan done excuse the lighting because it is very dark. It was weird. Like, I went to Hyper Japan as a guest last year just to scope the place out, and that was on a Saturday, and it was quiet. Like, for a Saturday at any kind of event, I was really surprised. I should be using my selfie stick. Why do I not? I have a selfie stick. There we go. We're professionals here. And also means I don't have to hold it too close. Yeah. And so I wasn't really expecting much from Hyper, but Friday was actually really busy. Like, you had a really good view, as you probably saw in the videos. A really good view of the whole main room of the venue, and it was pretty busy, like, all day. And, you know, I was able to make back the table day one with a little bit extra, so that's always, you know, for me, bare minimum. It's fantastic. I'm really happy, if you can hear that weird noise in the background, my little K-pop Demon Hunters print nearly sold out. I printed 4 of each size, which isn't a lot, I know, but prints aren't my main thing, so I don't like to go mad. And I only had 1 A5 print left by the end of day one, so I'm having to very quickly print a few more and pray that my ink cartridge doesn't run out, because it does keep telling me that it needs to be replaced. Tomorrow is going to be disgusting weather. Like, apparently it's raining pretty much all day, apart from it, like, in the afternoon, in the evening. I don't know how that's going to affect things. Yeah, no, I had nice vibes. Shopping at Hyper Japan. Like, there are so many good artists and small businesses and creators and crafters at Hyper. It's weird because it's a cultural event, obviously mainly it is focused on Japan. You do get a very different mix of people. Like, you've got all the youngsters, the younger people who are there for the anime, manga, cosplay culture side of things, and then you've got older people who are there for the more, I think, cultural stuff, the historical stuff. You know, they do like a sake tasting event there. You can learn how to make Japanese sweets and things like that. So there's a bit more of a cultural side to it than like a normal Comic-Con. So yeah, like, there's quite a few like older people walking around, and you can see them looking at your table and being like, what is this? I'm gonna carry on printing off some more of my baby boy tigers and magpies with the hunters. And yeah, we will see how tomorrow goes. Look where lighting is. Oh. Okay, bye. Look at me actually vlogging at Hyper Japan. This is probably the only time I do it because there aren't that many people about, and I don't feel like quite such an idiot talking to myself So it's Saturday, it's the end of the day. It has massively dropped off. It was a really good day, really good day. It wasn't really sure what to expect from Hyper, but it's been really good, and good vibes. That's the important thing. Like, the vibes have been immaculate. My last sale was at like 5 to 5 and it's all close to 8, so suffice to say I'm going to be going early. Nice to catch an earlier train and have a bit more of an evening, because my freaking K-pop Demon Hunters print and now stickers have sold out again. So I'm going to have to try and get some more of those sorted for tomorrow, which is the last day. But yeah, and also repping my own merch. And look, I have an emotional support Yakul. I'm legitimately going to take him home because I can't leave him here because he will get stolen or he'll feel lonely, and then I will probably bring him back tomorrow, because it's been very nice to just have him here to just hold on to like an absolute flipping child. Hang on, yeah. Pretty sweet view. It's really hard to not keep looking over my shoulder at that, and it is so unusual, that was weird, to have an event where you can see daylight. It's been very nice. It was manky weather this morning, but it's cleared up and it's been, yeah, I've actually really enjoyed it. But I feel like it's one of those events that I would quite like to come back to as more a guest rather than a vendor. But I don't think there's anything else really to say. So I'm gonna sign off, and then yeah, tomorrow will be day 3 and the last day. We'll see what happens. I literally don't know what to expect. Like, it's been so much busier than I thought it was going to be. So next time you see me, it'll be, oh look at him, oh he's so cute, I love him. Yeah, it'll be Sunday. So see you then. Bye. Good morning. It's a very drizzly day 3 of Hyper Japan, and I'm wearing my dress. I'm so happy. I'm having to give attention to my little demon friend. Because I haven't seen her all weekend and she's getting upset. My voice sounds really, but hopefully it'll sort itself out later. Yeah, I've got about 15 minutes before I'm leaving and going by car this morning. So we'll see how that goes. Not done this journey before, but of course the trains are absolutely bucket. Find a parking space, which is literally just a random parking space down some road. So hopefully you'll see me again. I honestly have so much enjoyed this weekend. I mean, I know we haven't had Sunday yet, could all go tits up, but it has felt like the cons used to be, like MCM what it used to be, and I don't quite know why, but it's just a nice vibe. I just enjoyed it. Oh, that's the point. I've left Yakul upstairs. We must go fetch him, because yeah, where's Yakul? There he is. I like the fact I've got a cat sitting on my bed and I'm literally ignoring her in favour of the cuddly toy. I don't know. All it's have to do now is just clean my teeth, get all the non-branded crunchy nut flakes out of my teeth, and then head up there. You're good.
It's like when there's two trains and they're trying to take a picture of the old train on the other side of the platform, and the modern train just blasts through.
iPod on my bed and my cat is walking around, so if it's just like tips forward randomly, blame this. She doesn't like being lifted up. Will you just stop? I'm gonna do a very brief, hopefully, little wrap up of Hyper Japan and finish this little vloggity vlog. Overall, I have to say Hyper Japan, not only did it exceed my expectations in terms of monetary stuff, which you know, gotta be honest, it is important when this is your job and this is what you do for a living. Sorry, she's nuzzling my leg and just going absolutely insane. It exceeded my expectations. I didn't know really what was going to happen. Knew that it was probably going to be somewhere in between MegaCon and MCM in terms of busyness, but we'll get on to the actual reality of it in a sec. And also the second thing that I feel is really important is it was just a really good, fun weekend. I don't know whether it's something to do with my brain. Sorry about the wobbles, blame the cat. It's my brain, but I think MegaCon, I wasn't feeling it. Even MCM, even though it was great to be back, I wasn't quite in the right headspace for it, and I do think that affected my enthusiasm and how I viewed the con. Like God, cat hair. It's the fact that I was in a really good mental place, I think, for Hyper Japan, and my expectations were so low. I think both of those things combined just made the event feel so good. Like, it's definitely my favourite convention that I've done this year, since the third. And I would love to try and go back next year, but we're gonna have to see. But even if I don't, I definitely want to go back just as a guest. And there is a part of me that was kind of a bit upset that I wasn't there to enjoy the vibes of it, just as someone with a bit of time to just enjoy and explore. Yeah, in terms of sales, I made twice as much as I did at MegaCon, which I was like, if I can make as much as MegaCon, that's fine. And based on how busy it was when I visited last year to kind of check it out, scope it out as it were, it felt kind of similar in terms of its busyness and people through the door. But holy moly, it was rammed. Like, literally from Friday all the way through until pretty much closing on Sunday, it was hella busy. And I was chatting to like one or two people who'd been there before, and they were like, yeah, this is weirdly busy. Like, it's never been this busy before. It was really good. And I think in terms of what I sold, I always like selling something of everything, and I did that pretty much. I just like to have something for every budget at my table. That's something I think everybody should be striving for when you do these events, is you don't want people to come up to your table and not be able to walk away with something, even if it's just a little token thing. So my stickers are the cheapest things on my table. They're only £2 because I print them and cut them out myself, so I'm not charging any more than that for it. So yeah, Sunday we definitely saw a lot smaller transactions. Like, the average transaction value I think was just over a tenner, I think, for the Sunday, which is perfectly fine and valid, especially if people have been there for like 3 days, because shopping at Hyper Japan, I don't think you can beat it. Like, I don't know how, because they don't curate it, it's first come first serve, but they attract some really amazing small businesses and small artists. There's still a lot of crappy resellers, which I still don't think they belong in an event like this. And if they are reselling shit from like Temu and AliExpress and just wherever, I think they should all be lumped in like an area that's away from all of the more individual creative people, like all of the collectibles. I mean, no pop vinyls, so that's something. I'm gonna have a sippy because throat is parched. She's agreeing with me as well that yeah, resellers don't belong at these events. Well, they belong because they've always been part of the culture of conventions, but I feel like they should be separated from those of us who actually make an effort and try. Ooh, I can't remember what point I was making up to there. I had a new supernatural design that was very near and dear to my heart, and I did really well with that in terms of like how much I brought and how much I sold. Like I think I only had one print left because I'd forgotten about it. I'd stuck it on the front of my booth and then just left it and forgot when I sold out. But I didn't bring, again, I didn't print off loads. I only printed off like a handful, but I sold through those. The stickers did well, so that's always just, and it's a design that you really give a shit about, and you know, it means a lot. The prints in general, like this was the first time I had prints out. I haven't bought prints to the last few shows, so I thought if I had the prints out, that might be enough of a draw. And I think it worked. Again, I did struggle a bit with my location. I was set back a little bit, so people were just kind of like breezing past. They'd seen so much, it's overwhelming. I don't blame them for just like, you know, hyper focusing on just getting away and just wanting to sit. But yeah, I'm just so full of joy and happiness and whimsy, and I am actually ready to get on to this next stage. Yeah, so okay, we've gotten to waffly ramble point. That means I should probably shut up and actually get back to doing some work. If you have got to this point in the video, you deserve a frickin' medal. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope I provided good background noise for you, because I am also someone who enjoys putting these kind of videos on the background while I'm working. I love seeing how other artists do things, and yeah, I just find it really interesting and entertaining, especially some of the American convention goers, because that is like a whole different thing. But yeah, hopefully I will see you in whatever the next one is going to look like as we continue this crazy adventure. Also, a quick note, if you did come to see me at Hyper Japan, I'm going to assume it's not like I advertise that I have YouTube yet. I want to wait until I've got a few more videos before I start telling people I'm on YouTube. But if by any chance you did, thank you. Because you just made the whole thing so freaking great, and it's the reason why I do this, and the reason why I would like to keep doing this is you guys, and also me, because I want to make shit for myself. We're ending the video there, that's it, we're done.